Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Lorenzo Neal. Thank you for tuning into my channel. I know I haven't been posting as consistently as I should, and I will be doing better at that. But for those of you who are new to the channel, I wanted you to take this opportunity to go and hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications, and like this video, share this video with all your social media. Again, I appreciate you for letting me share this little bit of time with you. And there's a lot I want to try to get into, and I'm not going to be very long talking about the preacher. Always saying not going to be very long. Two things I want to talk about. First, the Jussie Smollet thing again is coming up, and the whole this time around, I think maybe he'll get a good sense of justice, I guess you could say, is not the best word I could use. They have indicted him again with lying and falsifying reports and all of that. And of course, the penalty for that, the charge, could be up to 3 years in prison. I doubt very seriously if he gets 3 years in prison. I would be content if he just got, community service. Well, I think he already had to do some community service, but maybe a major fine. And I'm not sure if he's paid the balance of what it cost the city of Chicago to carry out the search or their investigation. I don't know. If you know, you can leave the comment, let me know, and help me out here. The other thing I really wanted to talk about was Dwayne Wade, Gabrielle Union. If you did not watch, Dwayne Wade was on Ellen's show, and he shared how his 12-year-old child is referring to herself. What wants to be named as Zaya, something like that. I can't remember. I just read it and I can't remember. My memory's getting short. And wants to be referred to as her and herself, she, her, herself, those pronouns. And that he and his wife Gabrielle are very supportive of this, as they should be as parents. They should, the one thing you want to do as a parent is support your child. My only thing, having been an educator and having seen children go through this phase in elementary school, junior high school, and high school, as much as you want to support, and I'm not a parent, so maybe I'm not the one who should be saying it since I'm not a parent. But the most difficult thing, particularly in this age, where the influence to want to be identified as something other than your biological gender is greater than it was in my time as a child, as a youth, and as an educator. It's when I was coming up in school, it was still very much taboo, and you kept your gender desire hidden. And the few who did, they were of course taunted, and some were bullied. Not many, but definitely were taunted. As I went into education, and I saw students in the middle and elementary levels, secondary education and elementary education, start trying to identify that way. I was like, okay, they're kids. They'll grow out of it. That's how all of us think. They'll grow out of it, and by the time they're in high school and reach young adulthood, most times they have become centered in their identity, and that's great. And when it's that case, we should support them. My only thing again is when it comes to black men and black male identity, that's one thing that we're losing. We're losing this black male identity, and I believe there's a deeper. It's more than just gender identity. It's more than that. This is me. This is my opinion. It's more than that. Yes, I believe there's a spiritual undertone to it, and you can call it satanic, demonic, whatever you want to. I think there's a spiritual overtone to it, and I think it's a great deal generationally. I'm not saying it's a generational curse or anything like that, But I think over generations, the period of black male emasculation has developed over a period of generations, and I believe, particularly, since we came over here to this part of the world, uh, some slaves, some as free individuals, but particularly the idea that the black man, the fear of the black man, the emasculation of the black man, and the ownership of the black person in the most general sense during the times of slavery and colonization, um, has has contributed to this. It's not just something that's just happening. Uh, and I do get disgraced when I see sometimes male, no matter what their identity, what they identify as sexually or gender wise, being berated by a community of people who only see their skin color. And no matter what the gender identification is, it still happens. Discrimination and implicit bias is there, and it's inescapable for a lot of us, and that's including black on black discrimination. Um, but anyway, I might. What I'm saying is, you know, when I was in high school, one of the sayings that was pretty popular was, "The black man is an endangered species," and I didn't quite understand it then. I understand it now. We are indeed as black men, we are indeed an endangered species. I'm contributing to it because being single and unmarried um, is very difficult to find um, and maintain a loving relationship with a black woman. And you want to play the field. Now, I'm not saying I play the field. I'm just speaking in general. And so it's difficult to do that. And then you have some black women who have the idea that I can do bad all by myself and I can do good all by myself, and I don't need a black man to do it. And then, as we are, in some cases, having children in excess and not being able to take care of those children are continuing in that cycle. Um, and I'm not saying that we're dying out. What I'm saying is the role, the way we were, the way we had come, the way we saw black men in post-slavery and Reconstruction and post-Reconstruction Jim Crow. We saw some sense of pride. Now, a lot of these issues with some of us black men were still very much present then. There were still a lot of baby daddies then, as there are now. But there was still a sense of a pride about the black men. Even those who were incarcerated had a sense of pride, and they knew they had to do better for the generation to come. And I hope that is what we will do. There's a shifting that has to happen. It has to happen. And the mainstream media and a lot of these organizations, political parties are not in it to help us. We must help ourselves. And we must be the ones empowering us to continue to be. Yeah, because with the negative attention that most black men get, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that on my radio show today, on the Zero Out Today radio show. So if you like, the link will be included there in the description so you can hear the topic I'm going to be talking about. But we have got to do something to change the way black males identify. And I'm not talking about in gender or anything like that. I'm just talking about overall, how we identify, how we're being perceived, and how we perceive ourselves. And then gender identity does play a role in it now, more than it did before, and I'm sure there is a way to have fruitful dialogue on integrating that into black male identity. But either way, it needs to be done. Anyway, thank you so much again. I want to invite you to like this video, share this video on all your social media. Go and subscribe and hit the bell for further future notifications when I post. And if you'd like to help me on anything I do, go to patreon.com/Lorenzo T. Neal, and you can support for as little as $1 a month. Thank you guys. You have a great day.